Hey, hello my friends. Welcome back. I really appreciate you joining me again. First thing, this is the first video of the year, so I want to wish everyone a happy new year. It's the 3rd and I'm doing this kind of an afternoon. I'm a little behind, but I want to wish everybody a new year. We start another cycle, and like I said, all I can say, I hope all your dreams or all your wishes come true and come to fruition. So with that out of the way, again, this is the 3rd of January. I'm going to cover some of the elements of the market. I'm also going to touch on the mortgage rates as they've been moving up. I'll talk about the reasons from my perspective and kind of give you my perspective on the market, what I think. I don't have a perfect crystal ball, but at least I can more or less kind of get a read on the market as I'm always in the trenches. So first of all, let's start with a market overall. The market overall is a little stagnant. Homes are still selling. Some homes are selling really quickly, and that because they're priced right with the market. But the market overall has stopped going up, right? We have, in some areas, we've seen a bit of a pullback. The inventories kind of moving up, but the inventory is increasing not specifically because there's more homes that are coming in the market on a monthly basis, is because the homes that have been listed are not selling and they're kind of stagnating on the market, right? So we're seeing more inventory. We've seen the homes that are selling are at the highest demand. Homes that have some issues with them, whatever that is, maybe location, maybe condition, whatever that is, they're just going to lag behind unless the seller is willing to price it more with the market or what the market thinks is going to sell. But overall, we're doing fairly well. It's still a seller's market in most areas except some areas outside of San Marcos like Escondido and certain areas in Oceanside. But overall, the market is doing well. And again, San Marcos, depending on the area, either you're 92069, 92078, we have many subdivisions. The market is stable, but the market definitely is not moving up, at least from my perspective. Well, there's a couple of reasons why it's not moving up, and we can just kind of jump on rates. We can talk about the rates a little bit more and see what's going on. So as you know, let me see if I can pop this up real quick. Gotta bear with me as I'm doing this. Oh, by the way, if I haven't mentioned yet, my name is Orzhel. I'm hoping you already know this. I'm a broker, owner of Realty Max. I've been doing this for the last 22 years. I've been serving San Marcos for probably the last 16, 17 years, so I know the area very well. Sold quite a few houses here, and ideally people know me because I get things done quickly and I get you the top dollar. In fact, I guarantee top dollar 100%. So let me jump into where I wanted to jump. So let's go here. Whoops, not quite what I wanted to see. So as you can see, the mortgage rates, even though the Federal Reserve has been lowering the rates, and a lot of people confuse that. The Federal Reserve, when they lower the rates, they really lower them for interbank lending, right? That's what each bank or they charge themselves for overnight money. Sometimes that has an effect on mortgage rates. And this particular time in place, as you can see, as they originally did a half a point reduction right here. The rates have come down. They came down all the way to 6s. I've seen them in the high 5s. But since that time, as you can see, even though they continue lowering the rates have been climbing up. Right now, probably around 7%. You know, if you have a good credit score, you're putting enough money down. So somewhere around 7%, 6.9, 7.2, depending on your situation. Why is this happening? Because a lot of people want to know why it's happening. Well, the real reason it's happening is, at least my view of this, the market perceives inflation on the way. So, like it or not, our United States has a debt of $7 trillion. I know it's hard to even say $1 trillion. Just to pay the interest on that cost us, the taxpayers, because we're the ones paying for that, about $1 trillion. Just it's hard to get our kind of mind around that. $1 trillion just for the rate. So what they're seeing is at some point they'll have to lower rates because they're gonna have to lower what the cost is of paying down this debt, right? So I think the market, what they're seeing here is they're seeing inflation coming up, and they're seeing that they're going to have to lower the rates. And the banks really, they're kind of afraid, right? What happens when inflation? As inflation goes up, are people going to get fired? Are people going to lose jobs? So, it's a really delicate line. But overall, as far as real estate goes and long term goes, real estate will continue moving up. Rates go up, rates go down. As you can see, rates coming up right now, so it kind of stagnated the prices. In some areas have pulled back the prices, maybe 5-8%. But overall, we're still, if you're waiting for a crash, as I said before, don't wait for it. It's not going to come. It's not going to happen. Okay, if it's going to happen, it's going to be a short-term kind of correction. But overall, because of inflation, just like you see gas prices, just like you see food prices, the cost of building homes, the cost of materials, the cost of land, the cost of permits, all that's going to go up, and all that's going to do is create inflation for the housing market and continue to do it. In fact, I touch on in my newsletter this month that you're going to receive about helping your kids, because what you have a situation where your kids, when they're ready to buy, they're going to have a very difficult time, right? Because even if you're looking at prices of homes right now, and they are very expensive, right? If you look at income is lagging way behind, in most cases, behind prices. So, I've talked to my son a couple of times. He says, well, it was so much easier when you were younger. I said, yeah, it was easier, but, the prices were down as well, much less. And we were making less money, right? But I think the income, let's say 15, 20 years ago, was a little more in line with the price of homes. Right now, there's a huge divide between that. So anyway, if you have kids and you do want them to move out at some point, you may want to consider buying an investment property for them now and, keeping it as a rental. And when they're ready, you maybe can sell it to them, if you want to sell it to them at your cost or a slight profit, because ultimately, remember, when you have an investment property, you're able to get tax advantages such as you're able, obviously, to claim the interest off your mortgage on that. You're also going to be able to deduct paper losses on the property every year, so you're going to be paying less taxes. But anyway, I really want you to think about it, because obviously there's going to be some homes coming up in certain areas, condos, townhouses, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, you just want to jump on a train, and if you want to help them out, it doesn't matter if you get a townhouse. I prefer townhouses versus condos, but whatever it is, whatever you can afford, jump in it, make sure the numbers make sense. And if you want to talk to me about what you can afford or not, feel free to give me a call. We can look at some availabilities, some new stuff coming up as well. If you probably already know, if you've been following me, I do mortgages. I'm a mortgage originator, and we can at least kind of look at what you can afford, look at the rates, look at your options. Most people want to do fixed. Some people want to do some kind of a ARM, adjustable rate mortgage, where it's fixed for a certain amount of time. Ultimately, you want to get in to whatever you're going to buy for them. And when the rates do go down, because I do think they're going to go down, I'm not sure if it's going to take a year or two, but they're going to have to go down. This is my perspective because of our national debt. Our national debt is not getting smaller. The interest payments on that are going to just multiply. So they really need to get that lower, and the only way they can do it is by lowering rates. Anyway, so let me get off my soapbox. So again, market's good. Market's going to be continuing to do well. There may be some fluctuation, just like anything else. We might have a 5-10% fluctuation, but overall, it's going to be a great way to build wealth for your family, for your people you love, and hopefully your kids, right? So that out of the way, if you have any questions more about this, feel free to obviously contact me, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into your specific neighborhood, and we'll talk about what's listed, what's active, what's sold. But again, if you want to take anything away from this, take away real estate is going to continue moving up. Rates are likely to come down. If rates do come down, you have more buyers coming to the front wanting to buy. It's only going to drive prices up. So if you're going to buy and you can afford it, you have to look at the numbers. Obviously, it has to make sense to you. You want to buy now because right now you have a little advantage as a buyer to buy. Anyway, if you want more information, give me a call. We'll set up a time. We'll chat. Okay. Again, thank you very much. I want to wish you again a happy new year before we jump on your specific area. Happy New Year. If you need to sell, feel free to contact me. I'm still running a guarantee that I'll sell you home at your price or better, at your whatever the time is for you, or I'll pay you the difference, right? It's a guarantee. Nobody else is going to offer you that. Like I said, a lot of people promise you the sky, but when it comes to actually pulling the trigger and doing what they need to do, most real estate agents will just run. They don't make those kind of promises and stand behind them. I do. So with that, stay tuned for your particular market coming up next. Okay, so let's jump into Rancho Santalina. Okay, let me bring this in so you can see all this good stuff here. Okay, so Rancho Santalina. I hope you can see this okay. What can I tell you about this? So look, we have only one property that's currently on the market via La Venta. 1 day in the market. Let's see, I think this one expired early. As you can see right here, this property was in the market before in 32 days. They asked $1,199,000. I'm not sure why not 1.2. It's back in the market, the same situation. It didn't sell before. I'm not sure what the agent thinks changed on this thing. This is not my listing. But like I said, hopes die last, as they say, right? Ultimately, the rates have come up higher, so we'll just kind of continue staying on top of that and seeing what happens. But I'm not sure how it's going to sell now. We'll take a look at it. Okay, I'll just shut up. Here's some pictures if you want to quickly take a look. Here's the picture: carpet. So it wasn't really updated or builder upgrades. Tile, clean, but like I said, I think this is still probably tile. This is the pictures here. What do I think of it? I think it'll probably stay in the market. If people, like I said, most people looking at houses, they already know this home has been in the market, and for some reason the market has passed on it. So anyway, I don't sell homes this way. I kind of come in, I try to get things done over the weekend and get multiple offers on the property and really create a lot of excitement, because my focus when I sell, because you can only control so much, my focus is to create demand, right? Most people don't want to buy leftovers, and you as a seller don't want to have a situation where your property is a leftover on the market, right? Leftovers go to Marshalls, leftover go to whatever those second discount stores are, because those stores, they basically, I'm trying to look for a word, I'm lost for words. They attract people who are looking for less deals, right? Bargain shoppers. You don't want your home to be seen as a bargain shopper. You want to have your home sold while it's at the highest market value, right? When perceived value is its highest. So I don't think it's a great way of doing things, but like I said, I'm not all the agents. I'm just do what I do. But as you can see, there's nothing really, it's clean, small yard, right? And not a lot of upgrades in a particular house. So let's get out of here. Let me just get out of here really quick. Sorry, here, I have to make this a little bigger. So next one that's pending is 1788 Avenida Regina, 40 days in the market, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2778. Originally it was priced $1,275,000. The price was dropped to $1,249,000. So $1,250,000, and looks like it's pending. We'll see what it's sold at. I'm assuming there's going to be a bit of a haircut after that. The next one that is pending is Hydra, 940 Hydra. 20 days in the market, 5-bedroom, 5-bath. Let's see, 3,900 square feet, so the largest model available. It was on a market for $1,325,000, and then they dropped the price to $1,250,000. So almost same as Regina, right? It is on in escrow. Let's take a quick peek at this thing. Right, so if you got a lot of upgrades, just compare it for yourself, right? People watching me are fairly smart. They can see the crown moldings, the quartz. It actually looks like granite the way it's cut. Very nice kitchen, very well kept up. Some built-ins. Let's go through it really quick here for you. Right. Ba-bum, ba-bum. And that's one thing you get with me, by the way. You have someone coming in giving you guidance as far as how to set the property to make it look the most attractive, because you really want to bring in as many people as you can and have what I call eye candy working for you to get people in. So you can see upgrades, right? This is all the bathtub, the shower, everything is upgraded here. Everything's been updated, upgraded. Nice size yard. So like I said, people know what they're buying. They're looking for great deals. So CaDRE is in escrow. I assume is going to close probably really close to that number. 2 closings that actually they closed too far away. I think we already talked to them. 927 CaDRE closed. 5.5 3908 that closed at 1,325,000. So you can see this one's closing for a little, probably less, and that's probably how they priced this, because as I mentioned before, there's been a bit of softening in the market. Real estate is driven by interest rates. When interest rates go up, things change, like it or not. I think that's pretty much, you can see there's 3 properties that are withdrawn. They went on the market at some point, but people decided to pull them off for whatever reason. They weren't selling. Most cases, that's what happened. This one's been on the market for 83 days, 114 days, 10 days. So that's all. Anyway, let me bring myself back really quick. So once again, I want to wish you guys Happy New Year. Thank you for staying to the end here. If I can help you to sell, if you want to buy investment property for your kids, if you have someone who can use my expertise and the way I sell properties to maximize what you can get for the property, feel free to dial me up and we'll have a conversation. With that, I'll sign off and say thank you so much. See you next month.